Hey, if you're trying to figure out how to pay for college and you've considered student loans, you've probably thought, oh my gosh, student loans, I can't do student loans. It's a terrible idea. In most cases, yes, you're right. But I'm about to share some student loan hacks that actually can make it feasible to use student loans to pay for college without completely ruining your financial future by being strapped down with student loan payments for literally decades, like a lot of people are. So if that sounds good to you, then let's dive in.
Hi, I'm Ryan Swayt, and I used to be a two-time college dropout, making just $12 an hour. Then I learned how to hack college and earned an entire bachelor's degree in 9 months flat. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how.
All right, so the first thing I want to say is I shared one of these strategies in a video a couple weeks ago, and the reason I'm doing it again is because YouTube didn't show that video to hardly anybody, but it's such a huge tactic that I thought, you know what, I've got to share this again, and I've got to change headlines so that more people are able to use this, because it really does help. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to my computer screen, and I am going to show you a pretty cool tool. This is the first thing I want to show you. And basically it's a student loan calculator. So hack number one is plan out how long it's going to take you to pay off, plan everything out, be organized about getting a student loan so that it doesn't completely ruin your life. So right here, and I'm going to share this link down in the description, but it's a student loan calculator by NerdWallet. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and we are going to calculate how much a student loan is actually going to cost you. Okay. Now what I've done here is I've calculated average amounts. The average amount of money it takes to earn a bachelor's degree in the United States is $90,000. It's more than $90,000, which is insane, right? Now, the average interest rate for a student loan is 5.8%. Okay. So we're just going averages here. And the average amount of time it takes to pay off student loans in the United States is about 21 years. Okay. Now, if you borrowed 100% of your tuition, this $90,000, you borrowed all of that in student loans, paid an average interest rate and an average amount of time to pay it off, or a loan term, your average monthly payment would be $619 for 21 years. That can absolutely ruin your financial life. You can be completely in financial bondage for decades if you take out a student loan like this. Okay. So the first thing you need to do if you want to be smart about using student loans and you want to do it the right way, number one is don't go to a crazy expensive school if you can't afford it. Okay. If you can't get scholarships or grants to cover your tuition, don't go to a crazy expensive school. Okay. Now, right now, and especially post-pandemic, online school is so much better than it's ever been. And there are really prestigious schools that have solid online programs that are a lot cheaper. Okay. So let's say, okay, you don't have money for college, but you know what? Online school is better than it's ever been. Employers trust online graduates more than they ever have. You can have a really good career with a degree that you earn 100% online. And if you do it from a really cool school, a lot of times it doesn't even say that you got it online on your diploma, which is cool, right? So let's say you're going this strategy, okay? Now, online school is going to cost you closer to $7,000 to $10,000 a year, $7,000 to $15,000 a year. Okay. Now, if you've been following my channel at all, you know that I teach people how to hack college and graduate faster. Okay. Most people that I work with, I encourage to try to earn a bachelor's degree in less than 1 year. Okay. So let's calculate this as if you're accelerating your degree and you're graduating faster. So if you're talking $7,000 to $10,000 a year, let's calculate a loan payment with an $8,000 loan. Okay. You had to take out a loan, but you only had to pay for 2 semesters because you graduated in less than a year. That's an $8,000 loan, okay? Now let's say you were smart and actually negotiated student loan rates, like interest rates, right? You go to company A and company B and company C, and you see who's able to offer you the best deal for your loan. And let's say you get it down to just a 4.5% interest rate, okay? Which is absolutely doable. You can probably even get lower than that. And then let's say you obviously don't want to take out an $8,000 loan for 21 years because you're going to pay quite a bit of interest. So let's say you're going to just pay it off in 10 years, okay? Now, if this is how you do things, $82 a month for 10 years. But here's the cool thing. This isn't actually what you're going to be paying for 10 years, because the average bachelor's degree holder gets a pay raise. On average, they make about $2,000 a month more than someone without a bachelor's degree. Okay, so if you got a $2,000 a month pay raise and you owe the bank $8,000 for your student loans, what can you do? Well, let's say over the first year that you graduate and get the better paying job, if you just put $1,000 a month toward your student loan, 8 months later, you're completely out of debt and your loan is completely paid off. I hope that makes sense. But if your loan amount is this small, you can pay it off really, really quickly, especially when you get the pay raise. Okay? So hack number 1 is completely change your game plan. Okay? And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to find a school that's more affordable, and you're going to try to accelerate your degree so that you save money. And then obviously you're going to shop interest rates and things like that. And boom, your student loan is feasible. You can actually pay this off and it's not going to ruin your life. Okay. So that's hack number 1. Now, hack number 2 is simple. And I'm amazed at how many people don't do this. Okay. What tons and tons of people do when they're going to get a student loan is they go into their bank or they fill out an application online. They find a company that's going to give them a student loan, fill out an application, they get the loan, and that's it. Okay. Well, you wonder why the average interest rate is almost 6% for a student loan. It's because people don't think about that. So hack number 2 is shop interest rates. Okay. Shop interest rates. Find the best deal you possibly can on a student loan. Hit the internet, research federal student loans. Go to your bank and talk to your bank about private student loans. Go to multiple banks, okay, and figure out which company or which bank or which federal agency is going to offer you the best deal for your student loan. There are a few things you're going to look for. Number 1 is going to be interest rate, okay? Number 2, you need to look at the terms of the loan. It's important, if you're taking out a student loan, try to find a company that's willing to defer payments until you graduate, which means you get this student loan, then you go to school, and then you don't start paying the student loan off until you completely finish school. The cool thing about that is if you're adding an $82 a month payment, but you're completely finished with school and you qualify for a better job, that's not a burden, and then you can start paying it off really, really quickly. A lot of people that use approaches like this, 6 months down the road, they're out of debt. They've completely paid off their student loan because they were smart about it. Okay. And the next thing you want to look for is you want to make sure that wherever you get the loan from, there are no penalties for paying off the loan early. Okay. You want to make sure that if 1 month after you make your first payment, if you have the cash to go and pay it off in full, you're not penalized for doing that. Okay. So look for companies, loan agencies that will not penalize you for paying your loan off early. So those are a few things to look at. And these student loan hacks can make student loans a good thing and not a huge, huge burden for the remainder of your life. Having said this, apply for grants first, because grants are completely free and they don't have to be paid back. If you can't afford college, you just go to Google and search FAFSA, okay? I'll actually leave a link down below in the description as well. But apply for government grants, because if you get those, you don't have to pay them back at all. And scholarships as well, okay? But student loans are not a completely terrible thing if you are smart about it and if you use hacks like this to basically make it smart, okay? Because taking out a small loan to have a brighter future for the rest of your life and make more money for the rest of your life can be a good thing. You just have to do it the right way. I hope this video has helped. If you'd like to watch a video of me teaching you exactly how I earned a bachelor's degree in 9 months flat, I'm going to leave a link to that below in the description as well. It's a process I call degree hacking. I'll leave the link down below, and you can go watch that absolutely free, no strings attached. Hope you have a wonderful day. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll start seeing more videos just like this, where I teach you how to graduate faster, I teach you how to save a whole bunch of money, and more. Talk to you in the next video.